Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by again. We're doing it's a human day. The grown-up humans are back, and I'm here with Dan, and we are in Southside Comics. Tell us where we are.
We are in the Pleasant Hills borough of southwestern Pennsylvania.
We're in Yinzer country.
Yinzer country. Curry Hollow. That wasn't a very good Yinzer accent. I blew that one. I don't think you can do hollow Yinzer. That's a tough one.
Hollow. It's because the L's are hard.
Yeah. Curry Hollow.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Hollow.
314.5.
Yeah.
That's Big Shopping Plaza across from Jefferson Cemetery.
Stop on by.
Yes.
Get some comics.
Hit us up on the web. We
Yeah.
ship all over the U.S.
Yes. And you do a fine job of it as well.
Thank you.
Yes, I know from experience. So, we're back, and it's been a little while. So we did it like sort of a proto episode. I mean, it'll be released, I think, on Friday or next Monday. But we did one sort of episode, and now we're just talking and we're remembering some of the other things we used to do. So we'll start off with the Whatchyinzdoin. Do you want to start, or you want me to start?
Whatchyinzdoin.
Well, yesterday I went and I saw Godzilla -1, and ooh-wee, public service announcement. Go see that shit in the theater before it's gone. I'm pushing for. I got to make this guy see it.
I do.
It is just. I during the credits, I had to collect myself before leaving the theater.
Wow.
Yeah. I sat through the entire credit sequence. And I wasn't not because I was expecting there to be more. Which there's not, so don't even. I mean, I'm not saying not to watch the credits, but if you're worried about that, it's not. But that's not why I sat there. I sat there because I was just, like, thinking about the movie and like, just like, it was one of those moments where I had to take the entire credit sequence, just like, all right, now I'm going to go back into real life. After that was something. Yeah. So go see Godzilla. We'll talk about it. Hopefully you'll get to see it.
Yes.
And we can actually fully.
That would be fantastic, because I do want to go see it.
Yeah.
What theater did you go to?
I went to the Waterfront.
Okay.
Yeah. And they had 2 showings yesterday, so it'll probably be here at least for the rest of the week, I'm assuming, but I'm not sure how long it's going to be, because it's like, man, I can't believe that this movie. I can't believe I'm talking about this about a Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Like this. It is wild how good it is. It's crazy. It's honestly embarrassing to. They made this movie for $15 million. It is embarrassing for like every other like blockbuster movie. I'd say since Endgame. That's the last time a movie, a big like whatever spectacle kind of movie, where I was like, wow. Right, I walked out like, wow. That's the last time to this degree. And this is just one movie. That was 20 years of, or not 20 years, but this 20 films of build up.
Yeah, it was huge.
This gave like I want to see it again in that same way, where like it hit me that hard. It was so good. So go see Godzilla.
I certainly will.
Yeah. Whatchyinzdoin?
So I watched Leave the World Behind yesterday, and a friend recommended it to me. It's new on Netflix. I think it dropped a couple days ago. Good cast: Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke, Kevin Bacon, Mahershala Ali, and another famous person I can't think of. So apologies to her. But gripping. Like, I just turned it on because my buddy was like, "You got to watch this," and I started watching it, knowing I had to go somewhere and I would have to come back to it, and I really didn't want to leave the movie. It was just that good. It was really eerie, really intense. It's made by the guy that did Mr. Robot, so it's that type of sort of like bizarre-ish storytelling, but holy hell, it's scary. Like, by the end, you're just like, I'm kind of scared of life, because it's really realistic and terrifying, and yeah, but you will enjoy it, and it will make you think, and the performances are great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sold.
Yeah, do it.
All right. Yeah. My unlike my Disney Plus, my Netflix is not expired.
Yes.
So I can do that tonight.
Hop right in.
All right. So I should probably watch it after work tonight. Then, if it's like a scary movie, I should be late at night watching it.
You'll be wired after you watch it.
Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe for tomorrow. Like, yeah, I don't know.
It
Okay.
depends, like how well you fall asleep.
Oh, I mean, I can sleep right now. Like I'm a professional sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was too wound up because I started afternoon, finished at night, and at night I was like, yikes.
Okay, I like that. I forget? Did I ask if you had seen Talk to Me?
You did not ask me, and I have not seen it.
Ooh, okay, another one. Talk to Me.
Okay.
Yeah, that. It came out, I think, maybe last year, or it's pretty newish. But as far as other scary movies go, really great scary movie. Great concept, well executed. A shout out to my friend Mark for recommending it. It was amazing. So, yeah.
Is it like actual like horror scary or like real life scary?
It's a horror movie.
Okay.
But I mean, it's gonna scare you. Like in a, it's visceral.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave the World Behind is not a horror movie.
Okay.
But it will leave you horrified.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
just
cool.
but it actually has like a hopeful like end, and it is not really spoiling anything. It uses a sitcom that we all know of from our youth to sort of tell a little bit of the story.
Okay.
And at the end, it like just put a nice bow on it. Like, but it really is kind of terrifying. In the way that, did you see the trailer that released today? The Civil War movie coming out.
I don't watch trailers as much as I can help it.
Okay, you might want to watch this one. It doesn't give much away, but it's a movie about a civil war in modern America.
Okay.
And it looks terrifying.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, it's that kind of scary.
Okay. I like that. I can get down with that.
Yeah.
So I feel like last time we talked a lot about Star Wars stuff. We talked about all the Star Wars stuff that's like not been controversial, but like the stuff that people have both liked and disliked. I think across the internet and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't intentionally avoid this last time. I'm not sure we didn't forget. I don't know.
No,
but
no,
but I feel like it deserves its own
space.
Yeah, we should address this by itself. Andor is the best Star Wars thing that's been released
Ever. I think so.
Quality of like total product, yeah. Like it's just, man, it's so fucking good.
It is, and there's not one lightsaber in it.
Nope.
There's no Jedi. It is just about the people of the Star Wars universe, and holy hell, does it paint the Empire as evil in every sense of the word. Like, if you are someone that likes the Empire and you haven't watched this show, like, reconsider telling people you like the Empire and go watch that show, because they're horrible. Absolutely horrible, and that show does such a fine job of illustrating why and how.
It's everything that the original idea of Star Wars being the used future and like being gritty and real, and like it presents so many bleak, real, like seemingly real life scenarios, but in the Star Wars universe, where it's like, oh, here's a dead end job
On program.
Here's a prison system. Here's just the most benign ways of being evil in any like universe, like our universe, this universe. Like, yeah, it's one thing to have like legions of stormtroopers, and it's like, oh, that's kind of impressive and looks like Nazis, but like the real terrifying thing is like, oh, this judge doesn't matter what you say, you have no defense. Boom, you're in the system. Bye. Like, there's no faces. There's nothing. No one to talk to. There's no escape. You're just a pair of hands working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
You're a body.
Yeah.
That show had some like amazing monologues too, like Luthans. His mother, what was her name? I should have
Marva.
watched it. Yes, Marva's
Marva.
Her monologue at the end, like, made me teary eyed. It was so good. And
Fight
then
these bastards.
Yeah. Yeah. And then in the prison, Andy Serkis's monologue, like when he took over the mic, whoo, man, was that motivating? Like, just like got you so fired up and just ready to go, like in the name of what's right. Like, excellent show. The writing is so sharp, and the acting was top notch. Everybody was great.
It does something that things are afraid to do anymore, which is allow something to build up.
Yeah.
An underappreciated thing I think in our modern lives is like the fact that like build up is the reason why payoff is satisfying.
Yes.
Like you can't just have payoff and payoff. Like you can't just be having payoffs all day. Like that's bad.
Rise of Skywalker.
Dude, fuck. Like it's just it's like, oh, here's Lando. Oh, like that.
Yeah. It plays right one time. And that's it.
Like you can. God damn it! Like I love Lando so much. Why would you? Anyway, yes, you can't just have payoffs. And Andor understands that like you don't even need to have like one story arc. You can have like two or three episodes with a little bit of like build up, payoff. Holy shit, payoff. And then here's the next part, which is even more of a build up, payoff. And then the whole thing at the end comes together. It's beautiful.
Yes,
it's beautifully done.
It is beautifully done, and that your point about there being like multiple story arcs, that is the longest Star Wars streaming show episode wise. And if you like compare it to the Marvel shows too, it's longer than those as well, I believe. So I don't remember how many episodes it was, but I want to say
12?
12.
I think it's 12.
Yeah, I mean that's the formula right there. 6 is not it.
No.
7, no. 8, no.
No.
12 is it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as long as the writing is sharp and you're able to execute the arcs and tie it all together in the end, like they did, give me 12 all day, every day. I'm ready.
Yeah. And I think that also something like that, it might not benefit from being released like 1 week at a time. Because like some things are benefited that way, where it's like if you're gonna do like something like where it's Mando, where it's like you're doing episodes, right? Each episode is like its own little movie.
Yeah.
Cool. Release one per week.
Problem of the week.
Right. But if you're doing something like this, where it's like, okay, this arc is 3 episodes long. Yeah. Maybe release those 3 episodes. Maybe release that arc.
Yes.
That'd be fine.
I agree with that.
Because it's if you're presenting it 1 week at a time, and someone isn't sure about the show, and they hit like episode 3 and be like, "Oh, I don't know. Like it's boring. It's fucking. I tried to watch it. It's boring."
Yeah.
But like, if you have those, like, if you only gave me the first arc of Andor, that'd be fine because I'd watch like the first 3 episodes. I'd be like, "Oh man, is there more of this? Those first 3 was good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say they dropped 2 when they released it, and I remember watching the 3rd, being like, they should have done this. Because it does, like it sets up the show, tells you what it's all about completely, and it because it does open you're on that one planet. It does feel a little small, but it blows out, so well. I mean, and even like we didn't even touch on the Mon Mothma stuff, like the Coruscant politics, like that is so good.
Yeah,
I want to watch a show about that,
dude. And honestly, after watching her in Andor, and she's killing it. Yes. Like the lady who plays Mon Mothma is fucking incredible. Like George Lucas casting her in. It's a shame that they didn't put the prequels she didn't get any screen time because she's in them.
Yeah,
and like she's amazing in this.
Really good actress.
And then and I liked Ahsoka, but like the comparison between like the what's going on and the way these shows are made, like there's a glaring difference where it's like, are we seriously wasting this lady? Like saying lines like whatever the fuck she's talking to this other senator about. Like this was I can't even. This is not this actor has to be fucking. She's like, can I go back to Andor?
Yeah,
please.
Can we be real? Can we do?
Yeah, can we go
real
back?
Things like not pretend like we like the whole Ahsoka like tying that in was completely unnecessary.
Yeah,
and it goes back to like, well, we only have so many episodes. So why? Like that wasn't necessary to squeeze in. If you wanted to, like, give me 2 more episodes and make it count for something.
Yeah.
It didn't count for anything.
Yeah.
But her story count for something in Andor.
Holy shit!
And I want to see so much more because, I mean, we know where she ends up. Where she is now, it's going to be a pretty bumpy ride.
Yeah.
And like there's her daughter and her husband that she does not like very much.
Who we don't know what happens to, by the way.
Yeah, like what happens.
Also think about if this obviously wasn't planned because Return of the Jedi happened way in the past. But
Yes.
like, think about the like that Mon Mothma and like the look that's her whole demeanor that whole time. She's just like she looks haunted.
Yeah.
She's like you're talking about the Bothans, and she's kind of like staring out into space. Like
Yeah.
I don't
And
even know
died.
what to talk. I don't even know how to feel about any of this shit. Like so, I would love for them to make something. Not love, but I would
Right.
something really. Her to make some kind of horrible decision about like further horrible decisions about her family that turns her into like that just kind of vacant like staring like I can't even process.
Yeah. Like,
I'm just barely holding on here.
right. And
Yeah.
we all might get zapped by the Death Star like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to end up being pretty horrible.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of alluded to like her daughter being in an arranged marriage with a gangster son, and obviously her husband is a terrible piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be smooth sailing.
No. Also, Luthen.
Whew.
So, is he? And I don't even think we need to like. If the showrunners are watching this, do not listen to what I'm about to say. This is not necessary, but like, I love the undertone that he maybe is a Jedi Master.
That would be cool.
Because like so things that he said, especially that monologue. So stupid hit number one. That cane that little billy club thing.
Mm-hmm.
He carries around a thing that's this long.
Mm-hmm.
It extends as a cane, and he also has a kyber crystal
Yes.
with him.
Yes.
So you're telling me that that's not the crystal out of his lightsaber that he carries around in the, so it's deactivated, so it's not a lightsaber anymore. He has a. I think so. That's one thing. But what he says during that monologue, he says, the guy's like, what do you sacrifice? He's like, I sacrifice everything. Like my whole everything, like peace of mind, which is like
Very Jedi.
so like he said all of his everyone he knows, he said I'm doomed to use the weapons of my enemy. So it's like,
Yeah.
I think that's him saying like, listen, I would love to do this the right way. I'd love to be a Jedi and fucking go in there and tell everybody that they're wrong, but like that's not. I can't. Like I need. This is me now. Like they're gone.
They're gone. They
We
failed.
can't do that.
Like and they're we know what happened. They're hubris and all that stuff. But like he has to turn away from that into something worse.
Yeah.
And he knows that it's bad, but he knows that it has to be done because it's the only way forward.
Mm-hmm.
The means justify the ends in
Yeah.
his case.
Yeah.
And that monologue about what he sacrificed, like, woo,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched Andor,
And his ship.
oh yeah, and because Andor makes comments, he's like, how is it you're powering this ship?
Yeah.
It's like kyber crystals or something like that.
It has to be.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because they write them. Did you read any of the old High Republic stuff?
Hmm?
Yeah, like back in the day, like there was whole corporations making like lightsaber powered things,
Yes.
like jets and like force powered things for the Jedi. So it's like, oh, if he just has some kind of like, High Republic tech in his ship, where one of the coolest things I think was whenever they would plug their lightsaber into the ship to activate it.
Yeah.
And it like turns the color. All the lights turn the color of their crystal.
Yeah.
That's cool as fuck.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's something that, like, I want them to adapt. Maybe animated style, like
Sure.
Clone Wars style, Rebel style.
They brought in a couple of the characters from one of the kids shows, I think, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Oh man, what's his name? The one that he gets like his ending is bad. The Twi'lek.
Yeah.
Loden Greatstorm. Yeah.
Great name.
I watched the little clip. I was like, "Oh, that's from the books." And then someone in the comments was like, "I hope the kids don't look up what happens to him."
That is great. Well, I sent you last week like a little graphic that said all the Star Wars shows coming in 2024,
Mhm.
and Andor was on the list. Then a few days later, there was a report that it is not going to be out this year, the next season of Andor.
Okay.
But I'm just happy that they're making it.
Yeah.
Because it had viewership problems when it was released. I don't know why. I don't know what would attribute to that. Like,
I feel like I heard that they didn't they didn't get to they didn't advertising a lot for it.
Yeah.
I forget why. There was something. There was a reason.
well, it was right after COVID, I think. Because time is so weird, but I feel like it was after COVID.
Yeah.
And during COVID, everything was shut down and working weird, and we weren't getting the right type of advertising. But I mean, the fact that they're making it tells me that the viewership numbers after it was released grew.
Yeah.
And they were happy with that.
Definitely. Yeah.
And, thank God, because it would be a shame if we were not getting more.
Oh.
Because it is too good a story.
Yeah.
But we don't need to go too far, because we know where it ends. We know what
Yes.
happens to Diego Luna's character. So if we just get one more season of 12 episodes, I'm good.
I'm cool with that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It just runs right into Rogue One.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. We don't need to have 4 seasons of Andor trying to like shoehorn in a whole bunch of shit because it's doing well. Like, if you want to do another show, just do another show.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah. But watch Andor. It's fucking awesome. What was the other thing we were gonna... Oh, Transformers. We do that.
Yeah, like in the comic book realm. Like,
yeah.
You asked me, like, what's big in comics? Like, what's huge? And it's Transformers. The Energon Universe from Image Comics. Robert Kirkman, he and his company Skybound, they got the license, the IP for G.I. Joe and Transformers. And a few months ago, a book called Void Rivals came out. It's an original property written by him. The artist is the person from Oblivion Song. I can't think of the name right now. I'm sorry. And at the end of the first issue, there's a Transformer. And that is like your signal, like, oh, wow. And then a couple months later, Transformers #1 comes out. And it was a massive success in the store. And in talking to other stores, like, this was the thing that, like, got people excited. It wasn't anything from Marvel or DC, unfortunately. It was Transformers.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why. Like, that first issue hits hard.
It does. I just finished it. You were kind enough to let me read it here. And so if the people want to read along, we'll discuss the first issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Like, so it's done by Daniel Warren Johnson, writer and artist. The art is so fucking dynamic and colorful. Like, the colors are incredible. I mean, he might not be the colorist. I gotta look this up because I don't want to take away from from what someone is doing. But like his lines, Mike Spicer is the colorist. Yeah, the lines, the dark lines. I love that style, and just the colors pop. They nailed it.
Yeah.
And the action, the way they move, it's not like the movies that we love to laugh at. It just looks so much better. It's not like gears and servos. It's turning. It's just like an arm with like a block and a color, and you're like, I know what that is, and a punch. You know?
Yep.
You're like, this is great.
It's like an upgraded version of the cartoon show.
Mm-hmm. It is. It really is. I mean, and in the first issue, a ship crashes on Earth, and the Decepticons wake up first, and then the Autobots, and all hell breaks loose, and people die. Really well-known Autobots die. Mm-hmm. So right then and there, like, all right, they're not holding anything back here. They're going for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, still, like, issue 3 came out last week. The sales numbers haven't dipped at all. People are loving it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to read the next ones. I might have to find all the copies and catch myself up.
I have 2 and 3 in the shop, but 1 we must have sold our last standard covers of 1 this past week.
Yeah,
because last week we had them. But spinning out of this, Duke and Cobra Commander, 2 miniseries are coming in January. They're going to be like 5 or 6 issues, I can't remember, but both Duke and Cobra Commander come into contact with Transformers and Decepticons, and the world building begins there.
Okay. And
there will eventually be a G.I. Joe book that is set in this Energon universe. So you're going to have Void Rivals, Transformers, and G.I. Joe running. And based on what Robert Kirkman has said, there's big plans, long-term plans. They're not going to do like weird events. Like when they do a big event, it's going to be like organic, natural. He said, we're not going to beat you over the head with the price of the books. It's just going to be like every month you get this book, this book, this book.
Cool.
It's awesome.
Good.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Keep people engaged. Don't feel like you're taking advantage of their wallets. Give them good story.
Yeah.
Good art.
Yeah. It's not that hard about. I mean, I guess we don't make the comics, so it's easy to say.
Sure.
But it seems like a simple equation.
Well, and like, this is like more of a bigger question or a bigger discussion about comics, but like, my issue isn't with any creators. Like, they're trying, and I respect that. Like, like, it is hard to do this. My issue is how the publishers put out the material. Like, you can't expect people to spend $1 bajillion on this stuff. Like, when your cover price is $6.99 for 30 pages of content. Like, we're just talking about basic value here. Like, you mentioned your Netflix subscription. That's like $7. Like, so you get a whole subscription to all this content for the same amount as like one thing. And I know like this takes a lot to do, but like, the creators aren't setting the price; it's the publishers, you know, and they're just greedy.
Yeah,
yeah. And that's the shame of it. Like, comics could be so much bigger if the publishing tactics were healthier and more friendly.
And probably more efficient, I would think. Like rather than trying to, because I imagine I don't know how it works, but like I imagine that they have to, like, if you're at a certain size, you have to put out so many books and you have to sell so many whatever. So
yeah,
there's like a certain amount of pressure to just over your overhead to keep your business running.
Absolutely, and in the case of Marvel and DC, there are, you know, they're part of two mega corporations, Disney and Warner Brothers, and you know the whole goal is to make more than you made last quarter.
Right.
And, you know, that is very difficult to do.
Yeah.
In any type of business, let alone this.
Especially when you're at the scale of them.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, somebody said recently in an interview, like, Warner Brothers and Disney should stop seeing these two outlets, like Marvel Comics and DC Comics, as part of their, like, profit. They should see it more as R&D.
Yeah.
Like, you invest in this so that you have this $1 billion thing later.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we know that is the method. You know, the movies make $1 bajillion and they are using the comic books as source material. So your storyboards are already done. That's your R&D. So why not just treat it that way? Stop thinking of it as like, oh, we need to make more. So what do? Well, raise the prices and put out more variant covers. No, because eventually that will crash.
Yeah.
The bubble will burst. Like, people can only handle so much.
Yeah.
Just instead, like, see it as that R&D and something that your consumers can enjoy, continue to enjoy, rather than get burned out.
Like, it's like you're planting a garden.
Yes.
Like so if I want to make $1 billion in a Marvel movie, what I need to first do is I need to plant a seed in the Marvel comics where it's like, okay, I get a really good book going. I get some creators that give a shit, and they really push out a great product for like a year or two. Then, that year or two, that whole audience, you grow your audience, especially if you do it right. You send the creators out, you go to cons, you advertise, you make this like a whole thing, and then, you know, that 2-3 years, maybe you even make people wait a little while. Again, it's all about the fucking build-up here.
Yes.
Case in point, if you could just snap your fingers and have like a new season of Firefly that's good, you would make $1 trillion, because like the build up for that has been, for all the people who really care about it, such a big thing. So it's like, if you plant good seeds in these comic books and it's really going, like I'd say Saga's a good example, right? It's like, I would think that have they actually gotten around to translating that to something yet?
No.
There's a big fucking fan base for that. How many issues? 60-some issues now?
No, they're not more. They're 70, 60, 70.
So like, that's a good example. It's
70s.
Like, if you throw through like a season 1 quality Game of Thrones show,
yes,
with something like Saga,
yes,
you just made $1 billion more.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's one that I just don't understand why no one will touch it. Like, maybe they're just too scared.
It
is weird.
It's real weird. There's a lot of weird sex stuff.
Yeah. But then, like, Game of Thrones was like, it shows that you can have weird sex stuff and still, like, punch through to the mainstream.
And the boys.
And the boys. Good point. Good point. Did you watch Gen V yet?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Oh, okay. I guess we're talking about Gen V now.
Yeah, let's spend a little bit of time.
Okay, yeah, we'll spend some time with that, yeah. Man, where do we start with that?
I'll say this, like, when I heard they were doing it, I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit.
Same.
And I thought, like, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, was I wrong.
I was so wrong, too. Man. It was so great.
It might, yeah, like, it's just as good as the regular series. And the characters are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they weaved it into the latest season of The Boys, like, seamless.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when we get to the next season of The Boys, I fully expect, like, what happened in Gen V to be very present in that season.
Mm-hmm. So, this is a wild idea, but since they started the show, and I knew who was making the show. They got a. It's possible to have a crossover, because you know the showrunner is, right? It's Kripke. It's Eric Kripke.
I did not know that.
You know who the show? Who's the? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And in the other show, they go to all kinds of different universes all the time. So I'm saying, what if you have a portal open up somehow, and you got them two Winchester boys stepping through here, or whatever? Well, just give me a cameo. I just need. Yeah. I mean, it would be, or to have Soldier Boys take them face to face with Dean Winchester.
That would be such a good nugget for the fans.
I mean, as a comic book, like there was a Supernatural comic. It's like I'm surprised there isn't already a crossover The Boys Supernatural comic, because that's a home run.
I mean, two very rabid fan bases.
Yeah,
that would work great.
Yeah, but Gen V, dude, like, just
awesome.
So awesome.
Like when I was not really like into like running around with teens doing stuff, but very quickly I was like, no, this is way more than just that.
Yeah. The whole just giving us some more depth on, like, you know, a corporation like Vought is they're gonna have every single base covered. Like, just the way that they show the behind the scenes of how they have a billion people doing all these stupid little like tasks that you would not even think about sometimes. Like all these PR team people thinking about shit. You're like, wow, yeah, this is probably how it actually is at this level of things.
Oh yeah.
There's just all kinds of little weasel people running around,
all weasels,
taking care of every single fucking detail to make sure to brainwash everybody just the right fucking way.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Just so they can just keep making that money.
Man, those money people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like the people with the money aren't necessarily the smartest, but like they hire the smartest people, and those people are good.
I mean, this is a spoiler, but like when we get to the end, when the politician from season 3 meets the girl, and you like put it together, like, oh, they have the same power, kind of. Like, shit. Yeah.
And like I like how it's sort of like there's almost like species of powers.
Yes.
Yeah, like there are predecessors who had the same power, and like, you know, they can like kind of teach how to handle this particular power, and like certain powers have drawbacks, like if you use your telepathy too much, you're going to get brain cancer or whatever, or whatever, would destroy your whatever happened
with
to
the Emma Frost analog girl.
Yeah. Oh, with what's his name's dad.
Yeah.
And his powers too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. What's their like family title? The superhero name. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Some with magnetism, right? Something to do with magnets.
Yeah.
Shit.
That'll probably come to us when we stop recording.
Yeah, for sure. we couldn't for the life of us think about fucking what's his name's name last time. Jonathan Majors.
That's right. Man, more bad news about him.
Oh, really? More?
They revealed a lot of the text messages in court.
Okay, well, okay. Well,
yeah, so like,
Kang, come on, man.
If just recast him.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's too bad because he's a good actor, but he's just not a nice person.
I mean, Kang is blue anyway.
Right.
Like, he's blue. So he can be anybody.
Right.
Yeah, anybody can be Kang.
John Boyega would just seamlessly like move right into that role.
Sure.
I like him on screen. Like, wouldn't be that much of a transition to for the eyes. Like,
I feel like he's probably like reluctant for. Well, although he did say he was willing to do Star Wars again.
He did.
Said that?
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, maybe he's not super shy about doing franchising things, but I could totally, if I were him, I'd be like very wary about getting my feet into anything.
Yeah.
Even if they were like, hey, do you want to be in the Marvel universe? I'd be like, can I think about it for a while? Because that, like, on some level, that would be kind of horrible.
I jump right in.
Yeah, but like, it's a completely. It would be like completely abandoning your old life entirely.
You're right. It would be.
Like you'll never be the same person ever again.
Absolutely not.
Never.
And you can't go online.
No,
You,
no.
You have to be very selective about where you go in life. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I reconsider.
I would have to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, apparently they sneaked that question on you. Like Don Cheadle, when they offered him, because they originally wanted him for Rhodey, and then it didn't work out, and so they got
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard, and then when Terrence Howard didn't work out, they didn't want to pay him again. They went back to Don Cheadle, and he was like at his daughter's birthday party.
I remember this. Yeah, this story.
And they were like, "You have an hour." He's like, I just got to my daughter's birthday party." They're like, "Oh, you can have 2 hours then."
Well, thanks.
Okay, cool. So I'll just make this life-changing decision during this party. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's how they do it to you, because it's not. I don't know.
I don't think it's all sunshine and rainbows on the corporate side of things there.
Probably not.
No.
But I forget what were we talking about?
Genvi.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, the corporate thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the corporate side of things.
Yeah.
So do you think the politician could kill Homelander if she wanted? Sorry, I don't remember her name.
What's her name?
Could she blow his head up if she really?
That's a good question. Like, because he has blood.
Right.
Like, could she freeze his blood so it stops moving? So his heart just so his heart just wouldn't do anything. Like his heart would be like pushing against concrete.
Yeah.
It's like, because if you stop something, I don't care how strong you are. It's like, your blood's not moving. You're not moving.
You're not doing anything.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Victoria, right? It's Victoria's in it.
I think that's it.
But I would think that maybe if anyone could possibly kill him, yes, her.
It's a nice like plot idea, you know.
Yeah.
And she's not going to act on it because it would be against her better interests and her path for, obviously I think she wants to be the president.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Essentially she's a bloodbender, right?
Yeah.
That's
I just want to see more.
Yeah. Yeah. Because who else could kill Homelander?
Soldier Boy did not.
Yeah. I think that Newman.
Yes.
Senator Newman.
Yes.
That's her name. Or Congressperson Newman. Right?
Good memory.
Yeah. No, but she, because I feel like maybe because she at least thinks that she's like him, because like she's pretty cavalier when she's like out doing stuff.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't seem ever like she's ever worried about anything.
No.
So I'm imagining like, yeah, if she decides to, like, she could just like end you as soon with a thought.
Pop.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It is a cool power.
Yeah.
Horrifying, but cool.
Yeah. Especially and like the blood whip thing that's the whole the blood knives. That's that's some of that show's hard to watch.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of scenes where it's tough.
Yeah.
A lot of dick stuff too. It's very funny though.
Yeah, there's some hilarious dick stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. No spoilers. There's some good dick stuff in there though. if you like, what do we call it? Dick gore.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a whole lot of franchises that can be firmly included in the category of dick gore, and both The Boys and Gen V are in there firmly.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of dick gore in both those shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's comical.
Yeah, like that, RoboCop, dick gore. I can't even think. There's not that much dick gore out there.
No. It's like a no touchy subject.
Yeah. Although it is, I mean, it's effective. It's funny.
Yeah.
In the right context.
Absolutely.
Like, what's some other dick gore out there?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to come back to that one.
We'll give it more thought.
I'll just put in a little supercut of dick gore, like in the video, just right here.
All of it.
Yeah, or it'll be like up here, like between us, where there's a dick gore playing, different dick gore. I guess that could be Al Gore's relative too.
Absolutely.
Richard Gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a horrible name.
So bad.
I'm sorry, your name is Dick Gore. Wow.
Good luck to you.
Oh shit. I think it's a pretty good. That's pretty good. We covered a few things in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice little check-in.
Yeah. We don't have to do it and go for 8 hours like we used to.
No.
That was wild.
Future things we can. I'd love to talk about Bad Batch a little bit.
Yeah.
In the future, Loki when you're finished with it.
Yeah, I gotta finish that. So I'll finish
Invincible.
Loki. You have to watch Godzilla.
You're gonna have to watch Godzilla.
Yeah. All right. So that's everyone's homework. Next time we'll talk about Loki and a little more in depth about Godzilla and the Bad Batch, probably both seasons, and where that's going to go. So thanks for watching. Thanks to Dan for being on the show again. Do the liking and the subscribing. You want to point out where the bell is on the screen? Anywhere you want. Thank you. And usually in the jiu-jitsu videos, I said, "Comes down and train." What was there? What was our sign off?
I don't know.
Did we have a sign off phrase?
We did not. No,
Okay.
we did not.
All
But yeah, if you want to read Transformers, set up a subscription today. SouthsideComicsPGH.com.
Yeah.
You can subscribe. We mail everywhere. Even if you're local, you can subscribe. We can send you a bill when the book comes out and pay it, and you're good to go. G.I. Joe is on the way. Cobra Commander Duke right around the corner in January.
All right. Well, yeah. So we'll. You know what? We'll do a LeVar Burton. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Is Julia Roberts in this?
Yes.
Okay, it was just recommended to me earlier today as well.
It's fantastic.
All right, so we'll do the Godzilla and that.
Yeah.
Just
what
like
you do?
watch it.
Whatchyinzdoin?
Whatchyinzdoin. All right.
Yes, circle, bud.
How do we forget that the first time?
I don't know, but it's back.
It's back. Yeah. All right. We're back.
We're back.